Hi everyone, welcome to Minecraft Daily 242. I'm JC and today is Thursday the 26th of April 2012. So it's Thursday today and the new snapshot is out, which is 12w17a, and the big news with this one is that you can now write in books. We've been waiting for this for a very long time. We've known it's been possible ever since they added metadata to items when they brought in maps. And now we can finally do it with books. So on the subject of books, the crafting recipe for books, you will now need a piece of leather as well for the cover. So that's now an extra consideration. And also to write in a book, you will need to make a book and quill item where you take a book, a piece of ink and a feather. And you can then take that item and right click to start writing in it. Once you sign the book, it will be set in stone. However, you can just click done instead and you can go back and continue editing it later until you're finally finished with it. So there's a couple of extra little things in the snapshot as well. There's now half steps for every single type of wood. You can now also pick up ice again with the Silk Touch enchantment. And you can now also use that on glass panes as well. There's also a bunch of extra chat options as well now, with things like links and colours being able to be turned on and off. I also noticed you can turn the chat off altogether if you so wish. You can't use cheats or bonus chests anymore while creating hardcore worlds, which makes a lot of sense of course. And there's also a bunch of bug fixes as well. So just two little things in the video section today. The first video is by Fakedentity, who I featured a couple of times recently for his continued experimentation with coding new shaders. And this time he's coded a tilt shift blur shader. For those who aren't familiar with it, tilt shift is a real life photographic technique which can make landscapes and things look like small toys. So this isn't done in After Effects afterwards, this is actually in-game footage, which is perfect for tilt shift because it can actually calculate it properly and everything. And although they say it's still a work in progress, I think it's extremely effective. It looks really nice. But go and check out the video for yourself in full. It's extremely beautiful. I love it. And also just wanted to acknowledge a little turn of events related to the video I showed you from PG5 yesterday, which was the 32 item dispenser they had made. It actually triggered a chain of other YouTubers improving upon it, like CodeCrafted responded with their version that I think they'd already done, and PG5 responded back, and then CubeHamster got involved as well as a couple of other guys. So I'll put a link to all of those videos actually in the description. But to save time, if you want to see all of them for yourself, you can just go to the first video again and then just follow the chain of video responses. Very fun indeed to see that kind of interaction and competition between different redstone creators. So fan art today is by Ekuneshiel, and there's a couple of Minecraft sketches that I saw they'd put up which I think are extremely cool. So go over and check those out in full resolution and show them some support. Very cool stuff indeed. So finally, question of the day yesterday was, what is your favourite update that has happened so far? And there seems to be a bit of a divide between people who preferred the game pre 1.8 and people who loved the game post 1.8. A lot of people seem to love the game after 1.8 because of all the new great features that have been added. I definitely agree. However, I also agree in theory with some of the people who say they preferred pre 1.8 because it was more difficult. So my personal stance is that I would like the game to be more challenging as well. However, holding on to specific things from the past versions I don't think makes a whole load of sense. Like, yes, it was more difficult when apples were rare, but apples shouldn't really be a rare item because it is an apple at the end of the day. Apples falling from trees makes perfect sense. So I disagree with the notion that they shouldn't change stuff. I agree with the notion that the game seems to be getting a bit easier at the moment, but I think that's not to say that they can't change it in the future to make it more challenging again. So fingers crossed. And also special mention to MC the Poogs, who is actually from the future, and their favourite update is one that we haven't received yet, but we won't talk about that because we don't want to mess up the space-time continuum. And so talking about the future, question of the day today was suggested by the Fan Creeper, and they said, what kind of things do you imagine Minecraft having in the future? So if you are actually from the future, don't cheat and tell us, but leave us your ideas in the comments and thumbs up any ideas that you like. Remember, this isn't just single suggestions, but kind of more overall feeling of what the game will be like, and I will feature the more interesting and popular answers next episode. So that's all for today, so I'll put a link to all of those things I talked about in the description of this video over on YouTube. I'll also put a link to my Facebook, my Twitter and my Steam group. If you find these videos useful, then remember to like by clicking thumbs up, and you can also subscribe for more by clicking this button up in the corner of the screen now. You can also leave your own Minecraft videos as video responses, and you can help the show out by telling all of your Minecrafting friends, whether they're in real life or over on your server, to come and watch the show as well. And I will see you tomorrow.